And say hi to the people, Phil.
Hey, how's it going? What's popping, players?
Philip Shoemaker of H.Y.E.P.
What the fuck is that?
What?
The fuck is H.Y.E.P?
H.Y.E.P? I'm so glad you asked, Phil. Is our new show over at twitch.tv.
Oh shit! Whoever thought of that
Two
idea?
Penny Games. It is your idea.
Whoever thought of that idea was probably pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's an acronym for Have You Ever Played? And this week, or this last week, we started and finished that there Metal Gear Solid with your first ever playthrough.
We did do that. We did.
It took it was
about 11
nearly
hours.
11 hours
Close to,
stream of us just brute forcing our way through it.
And there's some brute facing as well.
Facing, classic asymmetric top down stealth game. Revolutionized.
Dude, so classic.
Revolutionized the stealth genre. Revolutionized storytelling in video games. Revolutionized acting in video games.
Do they know what H.Y.E.P is?
Yeah, I talked about it.
I'm saying what the gist of the.
Yeah, no, I talked about it. I've talked about it last week. I talked about it at the end of the Connor segment, and then.
Oh, dude, great podcast these past couple weeks, by the way.
Yeah, clearly you've been listening. So, anyways, you had never played Metal Gear Solid.
I had never up until this past Tuesday.
I have played Metal Gear Solid a litany of times. It is not my most. It's those first three games I've played many times. I don't think I've broken double digits with the original game.
Neither have
I. Clearly. But this was your first experience with it. And top level, before we get more granular, how are your feelings about Metal Gear Solid?
I thought overall it was fun.
Really?
I had a good time overall. What, you thought I was going to talk shit on it the whole time?
The stream was a different experience.
Look. All right. Look, it's old and kind of shitty.
Well, hold on. Okay, no, continue.
But I enjoyed it. No, like it feels very dated. It is very dated.
I'll give it that. Okay,
It also doesn't help that I'm like, I don't know. Some of the buttons just felt wrong. I don't know.
That's old school button placement stuff. Yeah. Just so everybody knows, we played the PC GOG games version. Which I would rate as not the premium version of Metal Gear Solid, but it's good enough.
Yeah.
You're getting 90% of the experience minus Psycho Mantis. Psycho Mantis, that boss fight was gutted.
I will say, super easy to map controls onto a controller. By
yeah, it was all kinds of broken.
Oh, it was a fucking breeze.
It was all kinds of broken.
No, yeah, it sucked. It was terrible.
Yeah, so, and if anybody is looking to play Metal Gear Solid, I would say go the PS3 route, get it on the PS1 Classics,
probably
store.
Don't go PC,
or even do the if you want to take even an extra step, bust out a PlayStation Vita, download it from the PS3 to the PS Vita, and do it that way, because you can totally remap your controls however you want on the Vita version. I
feel like the main reason people even buy like older games for PC anyway is to update the graphics. No, that's not going to happen with this game. You're still going to get the same fucking Slender Man face, no eyes, no mouth movement. There's no reason.
1997.
But still, I'm just saying there's no reason to get it on PC.
3 generations ago.
There's no reason to get it on PC.
No, I would not. No, I would not get the GOG version. Not the premium version. There's a lot more like almost maintenance that you have to do to play with a controller, and it's just there's just better ways to play the original Metal Gear Solid. That is not Metal Gear.
One big gripe that I have obviously they wouldn't have done it because they don't really do these kinds of jokes in games anymore. They only really do these types of jokes in games now, is what I meant to say. They didn't really do them back then. But at the end, when you're about to shoot the Stinger missile at Liquid, and he's like holding Gray Fox, like with him, I wish it would let you and then just fail you. Like if you shoot and then it just fails, and then it fails you.
That is
like,
hey,
you shouldn't have done that.
That is some like MGS2, MGS3
type
shit. Probably more MGS3 because there's a few things you can do in Metal Gear Solid 3 that will just end the game immediately.
Okay, I know there are other stuff in other games like that. You know, like there's like if you kill a civilian in like Call of Duty, like it'll be like, hey, you failed, or like if you classic, if you shoot at the end of COD 4 campaign when you're raiding the plane, you know, and you're at the very end and you have to shoot the guy that's being held hostage. If you shoot the guy that's held hostage, you fail.
Are you talking
Mile High Club? Mile High Club.
That is that? Oh,
that's
yes.
COD 4,
yeah. Okay. Mile High Club.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was thinking the actual campaign.
No, I mean
Like
the post credit mission or whatever, where you're on the plane.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking hard to do on Veteran. Holy shit, dude! I tried to. This is kind of off topic. I tried to do that. They did like the Call of Duty remaster, like the Call of 4 remaster.
Yeah.
I tried hopping back into that to finish it because that's like one of the last achievements I need.
Yeah.
And holy shit, it's fucking hard.
Fucking hard. COD 4, another classic, innovative game that I don't think holds up super well.
I think it holds up great.
From a level design perspective, I can see the age.
Okay. I see what you mean there.
The way, like, physics engines aren't quite there yet.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia.
It's like right before Uncharted hits, and Uncharted like revolutionizes how a set piece works in video games.
I don't know if it's actually that bad. I probably just have nostalgia goggles for it.
It's just stiff. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just stiff.
I was actually one of the first FPSs I ever played was COD 4.
I think mine was Call of Duty 3 on the Wii.
On the Wii?
I've got to be wrong about that.
Got the Wii remote gun?
I mean, 100%. I mean, I definitely, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, you can play, or, like, you can aim your weapons in first person. Anyways, back to Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Phil.
Okay.
So you overall had fun.
Yeah.
Would you ever maybe even consider revisiting Metal Gear Solid 1 at any point?
The first game?
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
I don't think I need to.
Never. Let's see what happens by the end of the series, how you're feeling.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's so much bullshit in it. Like like the card.
The card?
Like the fucking PAL card, the PAL key.
Oh, the PAL key card. Yeah, no, yeah. No, that thing's
it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, where
backtracky ladder climbing bullshit.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the last easily 45 minutes of the game, just last hour of the game is just spent backtracking from the end of the game to about 20 minutes back.
Going up and down ladders, going up and down elevators.
And hanging out in a room so that you can
oh my god. Literally just sitting, it's like fucking standing there for like 5 minutes.
It's nothing. It's not good game design, and not even fans like it. Nobody likes it.
You know what else about that game is not good game design? Fucking, it doesn't tell you when you're close enough to snap somebody's neck.
Those are things that don't necessarily get fixed in the future, even in more recent titles. Oh no, they do it in MGS4. Does it
at least give you a prompt that says, "Hey, snap neck" or whatever?
Yeah.
If it at least gives you a prompt,
well,
I'm fucking fine with that.
They eventually switch it to where when you grab them,
okay,
you just you press a button and you press the kill button and you kill them.
But when you grab them, does it alert every single person if you're fucking too close?
Okay, so what Phil is referencing is that hitboxes were not as let's say pristine as they are today. So it would look like Phil hadn't crossed over and bumped into the guy, but he had in fact bumped into the guy. So Phil here had struggled to recreate that buffer space in his mind and understand that everything has to be just a touch back.
Yeah. Clunky.
Sure, I'll give it clunky to the modern gamer. Very clunky. So Metal Gear Solid, known for a very dense and complex story. Metal Gear Solid 1, not as complex.
Okay, I thought you were about to fucking try to quiz me.
No, it's still pretty. It's still.
I remember.
No. Well, I did want to say how much did you absorb? How much did you take in of the story in this first game? Do you think?
I would say.
Do you think just general broad strokes you got? Or?
On being generous, I'd probably say like 90%.
Oh,
generous.
That's pretty generous.
More realistic, probably like 75-80%.
Okay, all right. So probably good enough for when we eventually do 2 that you'll probably be like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay, I'm very interested to see how we go on in the future. So obviously, hitbox not working as not as tight. Controls not as tight. Did you have any other criticisms or even nitpicks of the original?
Well, as you might know, I fucking hated how much I had to switch through the inventory to get to weapons and gadgets that I needed, and how shitty.
Yes, your entire everything in your inventory is right in front of you.
I had no issues with it until the fucking Metal Gear Rex fight. Metal Gear Rex is when I had the most fucking issues.
And then you suddenly have to use 4 or 5 different items, and to do so, you have to scroll through a dozen different useless items.
I think it's good game design to have to use every single gadget. Yeah. I'd say at least twice.
Yes.
It's bad game. It becomes bad game design when it clutters your fucking menu.
Yes.
It also probably wouldn't be as bad as if we could map the D-pad on the PC version, but we just couldn't.
Yeah, for reasons.
But the fucking analog stick pissed me off when I was trying to scroll through.
Oh yeah, the D-pad makes it so much easier, and
I feel like it would have been way easier.
Going forward, we're going to be doing either the PS3 or the Xbox.
Yeah, I still need to see if I can. I still need to download on my Xbox.
Check those out. Yeah,
check it out.
So we'll be using those from here on out, which would be a new experience for me because I've only ever played a Metal Gear on a PlayStation.
PlayStation. Yep.
So I'll say in terms of the inventory, it works probably 80% of the time. It's when you get into those boss fights, which every boss fight is just a gimmick that you have to figure out, and then what's the word? To
not a mind
take advantage of.
There you go.
To take advantage of. Exploit.
Yes. Exploit weaknesses. Yes. Like fucking the second Sniper Wolf fight with the fucking.
Oh yeah, that was definitely not
what's it
how
called?
that
The rocket
with
launcher.
The Nikita,
well,
with the Nikita
obviously
launcher.
it's an exploit, but
that was obviously not
super
intended.
easy.
It was supposed to be another sniper fight.
That's the cheese.
Yeah, that was the cheese mode that. I forget if I discovered that myself or if I watched it online and then executed it on. I forget.
Tavin, you're not that creative.
Dude, little 11-year-old me used to get some shits off back in the day.
No,
bro.
I'm just fucking with you. Just yanking your dick.
In terms of the inventory, in the general gameplay, I think it works fine. Most of the items you never need outside of their intended use for their one gimmick boss fight. The issue is that they stay in your inventory for the entire game. So let's say
there's no organization.
Hand grenades are really only useful 1, maybe 2 times in the game.
I think I only used them on the elevator. Whenever you have the invisible
they're
people.
used in the tank boss fight in the beginning.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So outside of those 2 moments, you really don't need hand grenades really ever.
Yeah. No organization. There was some weird kind of organization that happened where I guess it remembers what you use the most. Because I'm
not sure how the system works, but the items definitely do shuffle around.
Because I found whenever I would switch between the rations and the key card, the one that would go up to from 1 to 6, it would automatically put them right next to each other because I kept switching between them.
It's either like a where you're at in the game type thing, or it's a or it's always like that, or it's like a. Okay, for this section of the game, he used these items, so let's put them together and let's put them in the front.
And then, towards the end, I stopped really giving me the key card and more body armor.
Yeah, so stuff like that. So it might. I'm not quite sure how that system works. It might just be by design, or it might just be segmented into different parts of the game. I'm not quite sure.
You might just remember what you have equipped the most.
It might. I don't know. I will say for the inventory going forward, Metal Gear Solid 2 is mostly the same. But they do clean it up a little bit.
Okay. I'm just looking forward to being able to use a D-pad.
Yeah, the D-pad is going to be huge. Because
I feel like with older games like that, you kind of it's almost a necessity.
Yeah, I'll say Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 were on PS2, and the jumping quality is severe. in terms of like just minute-to-minute gameplay, which is just what happened from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 because it was in that era of a new console meant something mechanically crazy immediately. So MGS2, which came out early in the PS2, huge jump in quality. People have faces, people have mouths that animate, people have eyes that animate. They are full bodies and their hitboxes are correct. Where you shoot guards matters.
Okay.
There's even a quick section of the game where, like, you don't have to do this, but you'll, like, cross in front of a bar. And you can shoot the bottles that are behind the bar, and where you shoot them depends on how they break. Okay. So you're looking at some rudimentary physics simulations, some rudimentary, like, just type stuff like that. MGS3, they take that a little further. I think MGS3 overall doesn't look as great, but the detail is greater. There's a lot less plain shapes and objects. The terrain is a little more diverse, and it's not so many flat surfaces and flat angles, which caused a complaint about MGS3 because MGS3 still uses the fixed camera angles originally, but they later re-released it with a free camera.
So it's mode. More like a third person.
So it's more like a third person. Same controls, so it's still archaic in that way. But
I would much rather play a third person shooter than this like top down fucking forced perspective.
They get better. MGS2 and MGS3. Original MGS3 have better camera angles, so you can see more on screen, and it's easier and like they're better placed. Obviously, when 3 was re-released, which will be the version we're playing, the free cam, it's a rudimentary free camera. In that, Snake is just dead center, and it's just obviously just pulled back, and it just allows you to rotate it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's much better. And then in 3, the inventory system is completely reworked. Not everything is in your inventory at once. You're limited to the number of items.
You were telling me you can like pick what you have.
Yeah, and then
even everything else goes in like your backpack.
And what you have even feeds into other systems. So it's just a much more complicated game mechanically. MGS3. So I'm excited to see how you continue through this series and how maybe your feelings over it evolve. Narratively, how much would you say you care about the story of Metal Gear Solid right now?
Enough to where I don't want spoilers.
Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't going to give you spoilers anyway.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if 2 is going to be a roadblock for you.
Okay.
Especially the last third of that game.
Oof.
Kojima gets into his Kojima bag heavy. And then he pulls it back. And then immediately goes back in. So I'm very interested to see how you react to that game's narrative. I have no doubt in my mind that you're gonna mechanically love it way more than the first one.
Because, the second one?
Yeah, because if anybody says the first one's gameplay is better than the second one, you're fucking crazy. So yeah. Overall, positive, but you know, just kind of cool on it, not crazy about it.
I beat Psycho Mantis second try.
Oh yeah, you did do. Let's walk through some of the
let's walk through the
highlights.
Bosses.
So first boss fight,
bad. Revolver Ocelot, bad.
Gave you some trouble.
Bad boss fight.
Gave you some trouble.
Why can I shoot the fucking good guy? It already has the obstacle of me not being able to cut across the middle.
I think in context of the times, that boss fight plays a lot better. I've played the game so many times, and I just know the exploits so well, and I know how that game controls and feels so well that boss fight doesn't give me any trouble. The problem is that boss fight happens the first, hour into the game?
Yeah, it's very fast.
Probably not even. So a modern gamer looking back is still struggling getting used to everything. So I think now that, well, maybe not now because it's been a few days, but I think if you had replayed that boss fight after we had played the entire game, I
would just run through it.
I don't know if you would run through it, but you would definitely have more success.
Oh, okay.
Like you wouldn't be shooting Baker.
I killed Baker a couple times.
Oh, that's right. You did do it. I knew you did it once. I forgot you'd done it like 2.
Yeah, I think I only did it 2. I only did it twice.
Okay. Did you ever trip the C4?
No. Never tripped the C4.
I tripped the C4 once when I was a kid back in the day.
Never tripped the C4. I just didn't get. I think the closest I got was just to like pick up the ammo that was like right next to like the top right.
Yeah. When I was a kid, there's that ammo that's right next to the wire. And when I was a kid, I was too heavy on the stick, and I went to pick up that ammo and blew myself up.
Oh, speaking of being too, sorry, backtrack for the boss. Speaking of being too heavy on the stick, that fucking ration in the lava area, I never got. That fucking, I fell in like 3 times.
That is the trick. That might be the trickiest item in the game to get.
It's rough.
Yeah, it's rough.
Because I would hold the stick up to go up against the wall.
What we should have done to just save yourself time is we should have entered into the next doorway and come back. So then the checkpoint is you coming back and not you starting at the beginning of the area.
Hindsight is 2020.
Can I be honest? I think if I remember the series of events correctly, like the last time you tried, I almost suggested it, but then you were like, "All right, I'm good. I don't need it."
Yeah, I mean, I was over it.
So from there, then we go the tank boss. The tank boss.
Tank boss. Yeah. Okay. I think I don't. Did I die in that one? I don't think I died. I don't think I died.
You either died or I had to.
I like backed the fuck off.
Yeah. It's that one. That one is just my least favorite because
you grab the controller, you finish off the first gunner, and then I got the.
That's
second
right.
gunner.
You did get the second one because I was trying to determine how the grenades worked on the GOG version of the game, which is another example of why this is not the best version of the game because it does. It's just a simple pull and release. In the original game, I'm trying to remember. If it's like I believe in the original game, it's how long you hold the button determines how long or how far Snake throws how far Snake throws the grenade.
No, I could hold that thing like for a long time, and
it would go the same distance. So it's a little tricky to get that grenade in there on the GOG version. Another reason this is just not the best version of the game.
Not good.
Didn't know it until we came across it. So if we were to ever play this again, we're playing the PS3 version.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
You probably won't, but you know it's cool.
From there, it's Gray Fox, right?
Gray Fox is next.
Oh man, Gray Fox.
I think still a pretty solid fight. Obviously,
I think it's a good boss. I liked it a lot better than the tank and the Revolver Ocelot fight. Just fucking, I would get the pattern down and I would lose patience and I would forget what the pattern was. Just in the moment, because I would be like, "Oh, it's almost done!" Oh, and then my fucking gamer excitement would like.
Patience was a big issue for you for the entire.
A lot of it, like the fucking whole game.
Yeah, that's stealth games. What is your experience with stealth games before this?
Assassin's Creed.
Oof, not a great example. Not a great example.
I want to say I played another one.
Assassin's Creed is most definitely a power fantasy.
I want to say I played another one, but I can't remember.
Yeah, if you want to like do something,
I'd have to see a list and be
like Dishonored or some old school Splinter Cells.
I played like an hour of Dishonored.
Oh god, Dishonored 1 and 2 might be the best modern examples of stealth games. I'm trying to think. Wolfenstein 1 and 2 both had pretty good stealth in them. I own both games. Oh, Dishonored's are great games.
I had both of them.
We might play them for hype.
Maybe.
I never finished 2, so maybe not that one. Or maybe we'll tag team that one. Who knows?
Could.
But the first one, I love that first game so much. I played that first game 7 times.
I think I played like an hour.
Gray Fox.
Oh no! I learned with Gray Fox that you can shoot him at the end.
At the end, yeah.
Didn't even know that.
Having a seizure. There's a couple of things you had taught me in our playthrough. I forget what else it was, but definitely the being able to shoot Gray Fox when he's in his weakened state at the end. Definitely
goes to show you that a fresh pair of eyes goes a long way.
Hey, there you go. It just never occurred to me. I also
you just don't use your
never had that issue like you had that issue,
dude.
I don't know what it was. 45 minutes when eventually I cut up all the footage and put it up in parts on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/2penny gamecast.
Did you release it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, I haven't even.
I thought you said. Okay. I thought you because you're saying eventually when I do this.
Yeah, no.
I thought you're saying eventually when I did do this.
No. When I do this, yeah.
Okay.
That boss fight is probably going to be its own part.
Phil versus Gray Fox.
Yeah. So then from Gray Fox, I believe it goes.
Sniper Wolf.
No, Psycho.
Psycho Mantis. It goes Psycho Mantis. Second try, beat him. Easy.
Second try, very nice. Very nice.
Oh my god, we had to switch to the keyboard and mouse because we didn't have a second controller port.
Which is probably why you lost that first fight
to
begin with.
Sorry, I keep moving this table.
Moving the table. So Psycho Mantis, probably the biggest gimmick of the entire game. Obviously, we're missing out on things like reading your memory card.
Yeah, it didn't say anything like save often.
It totally even skips all that dialogue. Yeah. There's no talk about, oh, you're very cautious. You don't fall the traps too easily.
Well, it wouldn't have said that for me anyway.
By the time, by that point in the story, you had not fallen into many traps. So he would have said you were a cautious.
That's true. By the end of the game, I think I fell into like five.
Yeah. So he has dialogue lines for saving often, not saving enough. He has dialogue options for falling into traps, not falling into traps, getting caught a lot. He has dialogue
which,
for.
He would have.
He probably would have said something about it for that. He has dialogue options for certain old video games. I think it's all Konami games. So like if you played like Castlevania.
You played Castlevania.
He's never said anything like that for me because Metal Gear Solid 1 is pretty much the only PS1 game I've ever directly played on my PS3.
Yeah, man, you've never played Spyro, which is on the list.
Well, he wouldn't have said. I was talking like Castlevania or Silent Hill or some of those other Konami games.
Konami.
And who knows? He might have other lines for other games.
Insomniac,
I don't know. Maybe
Better Studio.
I doubt he has Resident Evil quotes in there or anything like that. But there's also a thing where he goes, "All right, put your controller on the floor, and I will move it with my mind." And then he does like funny little animations.
Fucking vibrates it.
And he vibrates the controller.
Yeah.
The GOG version of the game, for the most part,
the controller doesn't even vibrate.
Switching your controller port doesn't exist. However, like we had said, having to switch to keyboard. If you are using a keyboard, it does force you to switch to or if you're using a controller, it forces you to switch to keyboard, which I guess is kind of the best way to do that.
I mean, the controls like weren't that hard.
No, yeah, but I also would have.
I would have preferred to do it with another controller. But that wasn't an option.
Yeah, I would have as well. If it were me, also, I would have flipped because remind me, you moved Snake with the directional arrows.
Directional arrows, yeah.
Yeah, I would have switched to WASD.
WASD, yeah.
Yeah, if it were me, or vice versa, I wouldn't have put the default controls on.
Yeah,
the fucking arrows. Come on,
it was a
2020 port of this game, and they're using directional
2020,
arrows.
Really?
Yes, where it came out on PC. Ridiculous.
I will say it brought back some big memories of like those old like fucking Flash games where you used to play with the directional arrows. Dude, so much fucking time I would play on my fucking parents' computer, like in the computer room.
Yeah. So it shocked me. We're almost inverse on which boss fights give us trouble. Psycho Mantis gives me trouble. Sniper Wolf gives me trouble.
I beat Sniper Wolf first try.
You beat Sniper Wolf both times first try.
Yep.
Because we cheesed it the second time.
Well, yeah, but you were more impressed by the first one.
The first one I was very impressed because I was almost certain that the way that the sniper rifle works in that game, you were going to be infuriated.
I got good aim.
You got good aim, buddy. Look at you.
I didn't even need the fucking diazepam. I only used diazepam
to be
like
fair,
twice.
You used it and you took away most of her health with it.
I only used like two of them. Or no, it was three.
I
used three, but I only
want to say
two.
the last two hits are the ones you used without the drug.
Without diazepam.
Without diazepam.
Without my ketamine.
Yeah. So yeah, Sniper Wolf, you crushed. You blazed through the torture sequence, which
fucking easy.
I almost want to say they made easier, but maybe it's just my pea brain memory of being a kid.
I got crack hands.
Struggling as a kid. Probably now because I think I've last played MGS1 2 years ago, maybe 3, and I don't remember dying to the torture scene then.
I don't know. We played Mario Party together a few times, but I don't know if we ever hit any button mashing games. I would fucking destroy you.
Typically not of sober minds when we play Mario Party.
It's true. But still, I would destroy you because I have fucking crack fingers.
I love Mario Party.
It's great.
Anyways, so then who's the fight after that?
So after the torture scene?
After the torture scene.
That would be...
It's like boss rush time.
Well, after the torture scene, it's the Sniper Wolf rematch. Which we cheese with the Nikita
rematch.
And then after that, it was the Chopper.
Do we have this backwards? Is it Chopper and then Sniper Wolf?
No, it was Sniper Wolf and then the Chopper.
Okay, all right, and then the Chopper. So Chopper just gave you a few tries.
Wait, was it?
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember the layout of the map in my mind.
Because no.
It has to be Chopper then Sniper Wolf.
Is it?
Yeah, because we do the staircase fight. where they force you into that action scene to climb. I'm trying to remember how you get there, though.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yes, because the first Sniper Wolf,
Sniper
Wolf fight is you were shooting at her. She is on the tower, and you were shooting at her.
Yes, it is Chopper than Sniper Wolf.
It is Chopper than Sniper Wolf. So Chopper fight didn't give you too much trouble. You did have to try it a few times, though.
It was only twice.
Twice? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, those boss fights are long. So me backseat gaming, and just kind of living through these motions. Some of it felt longer than it actually was. So, Chopper fight, dude, I think is a super okay fight.
After the Chopper, the fucking rappelling, such dog shit. Oh my god, the rappelling was
the fight, but yeah.
Is it before the fight?
Yeah, it is. Well, you do the staircase fight.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, then I have to go get the
running
stinger.
away from the guards.
I have to go get the stinger.
Yeah, and then you have to get the stinger. Yeah.
Dude, the fucking rappel is such bullshit in that game. It's so bad.
That's another one where it's got to be the port because it is not. It
was bad.
The issues you were having where it was like forcing you to the left. That doesn't happen in the original.
I will say at the beginning I did skip through what the instructions were exactly.
But then we even
because I was like, how fucking hard can it be? And then I went back to it and I did exactly what it said. I held square.
Gotta be a port issue or like an issue with the controller or something.
It's fucking dog shit.
Yeah, that's got to be a PC thing because it is not that bad.
It was so bad.
Yeah, because even if you're an idiot on the PlayStation 1 version of that game, even if you're an idiot, you can just kind of brute force your way through it. You don't get you were getting stuck.
A monkey can do the rappelling in MGS1.
Quite literally, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Chopper fight, which fine, it's easy. Fine. And then Sniper Wolf fight 2, round 2, cheesed it.
Nikita,
I showed you the cheese. Yeah. Because you already sniped her once, so why do it again? Also, it's fun to just show her the cheese.
I used I had just enough Nikita missiles to
just
get that
enough.
fight.
You had exactly enough because you missed your second to last shot.
Yeah.
And then
I think I missed 2 shots total.
Maybe
because I hit one against the wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then Vulcan Raven.
Yep, I kept killing myself.
That's that issue. So Vulcan Raven is.
I think he himself only killed me twice.
Yeah, Vulcan Raven is an example
3
where
or 4 times.
Raven is another example where we are inverse, where you were struggling for a little while, mostly just because you were just impatient, or you were.
I just wanted to eat I wanted to eat my tendies, man.
Or we were hungry. We'd eaten this food at this point.
Yeah,
we were getting food. I almost never died of Vulcan Raven.
Okay. He doesn't seem like a hard fight.
He's not. It's just a matter of kind of learning his patterns.
Yeah,
and
he only killed me twice, and I killed myself the rest of it with fucking claymores and Nikita missiles blown up against cart containers and shit.
Let's go ahead, double back to the Sniper Wolf death scene because that is an iconic scene in the game. Because as Sniper is dying, she's giving you her death monologue and her backstory, like every boss fight does.
I made the point that I don't really care about characters if I don't know anything about them beforehand.
And this is why Sniper Wolf's death monologue is the iconic one. Because it brings in another character who you hopefully do care about, at least at that point in the game, which is Ocelot. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry, not Ocelot, Otacon.
Otacon, yeah.
And Otacon is sitting there crying.
Just like one of my Japanese animes.
Classic line. So Otacon is crying and, is heartbroken because the love of his life is dying.
The love of his life. The woman that he met less than a week ago.
Maybe a week ago. And she was just kind of nice to him.
And she was like, yeah, you can go feed the dogs.
Yeah. 1990s storytelling in video games, man. It doesn't get good until 2010, 2012 even.
Also, we were having that conversation about when the game takes place. 2005.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds
2005.
Right. That sounds right. Yeah.
Even though it was released in 99.
Yeah. That sounds right. And then I want to say 2 takes place 2000.
Was it 99 or 96?
Sorry, what?
When did it come out? 96?
97.
97? Okay.
97.
So yeah.
98? Somewhere around there.
97. So 8 years in the future.
Yeah. Each game that takes place in modern, quote unquote, modern day does actually take place a few years in the future. Mm-hmm. I think MGS4, which came out 2000. Oh, it had to have been 2007, 2008.
I thought it was a little bit later because I remember seeing stuff about it.
No, because it's an early PS3 game.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 2010.
No.
No.
Yeah, and that game takes place. I
want to say an old man in that game.
I want to say 2012, but it might be 2016 or something.
He's a grandpa.
Yeah, he is. We'll see if we play that one.
Nah.
If you thought cutscenes were egregious in this game.
Oh, man. Dude, I just wanted to play. In the beginning, I was like... So, at the beginning, I was like, God damn it, I just want to fucking play. And then, like, we got food, and then I was like, oh, sweet, I can just eat.
Yeah, you guys can talk all you want. What, Miller? Oh, wow, that's great. Let me stuff this mac and cheese. Okay, so Vulcan Raven, and then it's the backtracking, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees that nobody defends the backtracking.
Yep, bad.
The only thing that's even kind of redeeming about it is just the cool, like, little narrative twists that happen during that backtracking.
We never got the Miller call from punching too many Ravens.
It's not Miller, it's
Naomi?
Commander dude. What's his name? Fuck.
Oh, Colonel?
Colonel, yeah, the Colonel's name.
I thought that was Miller.
No, Miller is your master.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's not, though.
Oh my god, I'm so glad that twist worked for you. Well, quote unquote worked for you.
Dude, I was like, this is stupid.
Because it's layers of it. You're like,
heard...
Miller's betrayed me, and then it's, oh no, Miller's been dead the whole time.
As soon as there was that bit where like he was like, I'm evil, and then like I was like, this is fucking stupid. This is how this ruined the game for me. And you kept being like, hold on.
Which, to be fair, an element of all the Metal Gear Solid games that we did not explore even a little bit in this playthrough is the idea behind the whole codec thing and like saving numbers is like if you're ever stuck or if you ever need help or if you just want to flush out your cast of characters more, you call them up and you talk to them.
Yeah, I will say that is I thought that was very clever. I had always heard about Metal Gear 1 with all like obviously like even though not everybody has played the first Metal Gear like me previously, everyone knows
the meme of...
Everyone knows about like, oh, you have to do the second controller port for Psycho Mantis.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about like all those like little things and like how there's the codec number on the back of the box.
Yep.
And I always heard about all that. Like
I think all of those like they're just as famous as like the Final Fantasy VII death.
Yeah.
Or they're just as I wouldn't say Would You Kindly is to that level yet. I don't know if it ever is.
I've never met anybody that didn't know what Would You Kindly is.
I think if you want to, you can avoid that spoiler.
I never even finished. That's BioShock, right?
Yeah.
I never even finished BioShock, and I knew. I played like maybe 30 minutes of BioShock.
I knew it from a YouTube video that I chose to watch. They even gave me a spoiler.
Hey Ash,
warning.
what you playing?
Huh?
Is it Hey Ash, what you playing?
No, it was something
okay.
else.
That's a great.
I couldn't tell you what it was. I want to say it was. No, I couldn't even tell you what it was that I was watching. But they spoiled it in that video that and then I played. That's an old
Destructoid series.
Anyways, and then so the twist happens. Lots of talking in that last.
It's Liquid
into the game, and then Liquid popping out. Metal Gear Rex gave you a lot of issues.
Oh my god, that was peak gamer rage.
Peak gamer rage in that moment.
Oh
I think if you were to ever revisit that fight now that you know the game, you would just fucking crush it.
Probably, but I don't know. I really it all kind of culminated all together. Like
it was just the worst mixing pot of like your style of gameplay.
It was the impatience. It was the fucking shitty controls with the menu. It was the fucking It all came together.
Yep. I'll say
I think it took me 8 or 9 tries.
Oh, at least, probably.
No, I don't think it was that many.
You died a lot and very quickly.
I'm saying I don't think it was that too many.
You know what? You're right. It's just the fact that
it was definitely sub 10.
With that second half of that
fight. It was sub 10 for sure.
That second half of that fight is so long to get to, and then there's the unskippable cutscene. Did you even listen to what was being said?
I can't do it.
It's like Gray Fox is like pouring his heart out.
I can't do it.
How much of Gray Fox's story did you piece together?
So he like you said. While we were playing the game, Metal Gear Solid 1 is not the first Metal Gear game.
No.
There was two more before it.
Yeah.
I think the second one is when you're with Gray Fox, if I'm correct.
Gray Fox is in both games.
Okay.
To give you just a quick...
I'm going off what I remember from you telling me. So he's in both those games, and so is Big Boss, who's your daddy.
Yeah.
And in the second one, you kill Big Boss, and... I guess Gray Fox also dies at some point.
So here, let me just go ahead.
The person that is Gray Fox.
I can just give you the quick summary for both of the original 2 Metal Gear games.
Go ahead.
First one, it's real simple. Terrorists have popped out with this base called Outer Heaven.
Metal Gear.
Big Boss, leader of Foxhound, sends in rookie soldier Solid Snake to go and take down these terrorists. At the end of the game, it's revealed that Big Boss is actually the leader of the terrorists, and you fight him and kill him.
What a tease.
They had sent in, before Snake, they had sent in Gray Fox, who was another Foxhound operative, but he had been captured. So throughout the game, you save Gray Fox.
He wasn't always a robot ninja.
He's very much just a guy.
Yeah.
You save Gray Fox, you kill Big Boss, game over. You destroy Metal Gear, game over. Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, very similar premise. It's some fictional land called Zanzibar Land, which they reference in Metal Gear Solid.
They just said Zanzibar, though. They just said Zanzibar Land.
Oh, well, in the original game, it's called Zanzibar Land.
That's dumb.
I agree.
Zanzibar.
I agree. It's some fictional African country. It's pretty much the same game where, hey, rumors of Metal Gear, terrorists, go figure out what's happening. So you go in, you find out that Gray Fox has defected, you fight him in a minefield in a fisticuffs battle. You beat him, you destroy Metal Gear, and then Big Boss is alive again. So then you fight Big Boss again, and you kill him again.
Oh my god.
Now you might be wondering, Phil, if you kill him in the first game, does he appear in the second game?
Oh my, what? Tell me, please!
That might be a question that is answered.
Oh.
Way later down the line.
Okay. In Metal Gear Solid 5, when you play as Big Boss.
Way down the line, it's answered. That's basically the story of the first 2 games. It's really nothing special. It's super generic, like just text on screen nonsense, like people call you up. And sure, there's some relationships that kind of happen in that game with people on your codec, but it's not nearly as important. Those first 2 games, Metal Gear Solid is considered the first game because those first 2 games can be summarized as quickly as I just did just now.
Yeah.
In Metal Gear Solid, it is retconned to where after the torture scene, Naomi and Snake are bonding with their loss and grievances of the past.
Yeah.
And Snake talks about how as Big Boss is dying the second time, Big Boss reveals to Snake that he is his father.
Oh.
Never happens.
Star Wars.
It's not in MGS in Metal Gear 2 at all. It's not there. But they make it so in Metal Gear Solid.
I'm very familiar with the retcons, Tavin. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan.
At the end of Metal Gear Solid, it is actually shown that it's not they're clones. They're not. Snake, Solid Snake and Liquid Snake are clones. And there's Les Enfants Terribles project, all of that.
The terrible babies.
Yeah. So, and then that final fist fight with Liquid. How'd you feel about that one?
It took me 5 tries?
Something like that. A couple tries.
Yeah, I think it was 5 because we had what's his name in the chat that was like, "Oh, this is the time."
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I had a fan in the chat. That was nice.
Yeah.
So, Metal Gear Solid overall
solid,
old, but if you can recontextualize yourself in the time that game comes out, you can kind of appreciate it more. And where you see, if you watch where the franchise goes from here, great things.
They're also
terrible.
I was not expecting the final Jeep bit.
Yeah, the super.
That one, I think I beat that one 2 times.
Yeah, I think it takes pretty much
try.
Everybody an attempt or 2.
I died the first try, and then I was like, oh, I need to be smart with my rations because I don't have any other.
Because you're out of all your shit. So yeah. So Phil, that is Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
As played through H.Y.E.P on twitch.tv/2pennygames.
Correct.
We are starting Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, we are.
My first playthrough.
God, I'm so excited.
Very exciting.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So I'll be playing. It'll be my hands on the controller. We will not beat it in one sitting.
No, absolutely not.
Probably 2, maybe 3, depending on how we're feeling.
I think we can probably do it in 2.
Probably in 2. So we probably won't have you back next week We'll probably have you back when I beat that, and we'll talk. We'll talk about some Kingdom Hearts, and we'll go through some back and forth. It depends on if Connor fucking played anything.
Oh yeah,
that week.
True.
So because this week Connor hasn't really played anything. He mentioned a few things, but
so that's why you finally asked me, huh?
Well, no, I asked you before any of that happened, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah. So maybe when we beat games,
I just wanted
I'll say
to...
MGS2 might take us to 2 sittings.
All right,
2 sittings, which is going to be unfortunate. Because the game is not 20 hours long, but it is definitely more than 10 hours long.
Oh, okay.
So it might be like a sitting and like a half, maybe.
I will say, however long Kingdom Hearts is going to take, Kingdom Hearts 2, oh my god.
Twice as long.
Fucking long game, dude.
Oh.
It was like marketed when it was like being like ads were running for it, that it was 40 hours of gameplay.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus.
We can probably do it in less, but...
Which, to be fair... As we dive through some different franchises, entries are going to take us a variety of different ways. Yeah. Mass Effect, each one of those is going to take us at least 2 sittings, and that's pretty much only if we're doing the straight path, but it's an RPG, so you can't... it's a narrative RPG where the more you explore, the better you're rewarded. So Mass Effect will probably take us 3 sittings per game, I imagine.
Something like that. We'll roll with it.
We'll roll with it. We'll just play with the punches and all that. So, anyways... just to wrap this up real quickly, we went way longer than I thought we were going to.
Holy shit. How long?
We went almost an hour.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're having fun talking about playing games.
Talking about playing games. Yeah, this happens sometimes. So, to wrap up this episode of the Two Penny Games Cast, episode 28, you can catch us Monday, 8 a.m., SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, every week. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, Phil, taking the place of Connor on the outro, say bye to the people.
Bye, guys.